because they kind of rattle, and I don't want this thing to make any noise when it walks.
Did he just say I don't want this to make any noise when...
I'm gonna figure out how to do it safely. Just keep my hand.
Oh!
It's that, same deal with these. Okay.
So over the last couple of days, you guys have asked me to check out a creator called CITRA, who is building an actual real-life animatronic. And in this video, we're gonna do a deep dive while going through their TikTok and YouTube channel and actually checking on their progress, starting from the start and then seeing as they progress. And we're gonna start out, I actually just want to point out real quick, they have a corgi. They have a goober. They have a goober just like me. It's kind of funny that they start having a adorable little doggo and then they start making the creepiest thing alive. So I believe we start from here actually. This is progress report number 1. Wait, that's like straight up steel. That's real steel. So you're starting with the limbs. You have the arms, the leg. But do you think it's gonna be like actually movable? Do you think it's gonna be possible for them to... Oh my god. I like that Freddy Fivebear says, who bullied bro? Like, I have actually no idea. But what I think... How are they gonna make it move? That's the thing that I kind of want to know. But this is like actual steel. How are they gonna make like the limbs move? Like the fingers and... Yeah, even though it's pistons. Or what if it's kind of... Oh, dude, what if it's kind of like a spring lock suit? What if you like actually have to put on the suit and then you control the limbs from the inside? But how do you even do this? How do you have like so much creativity to like...
Guys, here's another progress report. Tonight, I just got finished installing these little piston screws on top of the wrists.
So it's easier to move?
Just a little visual detail. They're not really functional, but they link up to the wrists really nicely, so it looks like it is, you know, supporting the piston mechanism. It's not really doing that. It's just mainly a little, like, for your eyes to...
It's like a visual thing, right?
To look at.
Like aesthetics.
I've been seeing some of you guys' DMs and like comments, FNAF this, FNAF that, you know, Walton Files this, whatever. And yeah, like you're totally right. The Walton Files and FNAF are really large influence on this project.
But what's your inspiration?
And as a little nod to that, one of the first things I installed was these real life spring locks, like gate latches.
Oh, that's actually cool.
Into the arms and also the legs. I think I have like 4 in the legs, 3 in the arms.
Oh, that's actually a really cool nod to like FNAF.
But yeah, one of them went off on me a few minutes ago.
Oh! So you actually do not mess with spring locks. Oh, Jesus.
Off, which, you know, probably didn't need, but it still hurt a little bit. But yeah, be careful. These things get really loose when they get hot or wet. See if I can...
So it's actually like spring locks triggering when they get wet or hot or anything like that is actually a real thing. I thought that was only like something that... I like this one. It escaped. It escaped. Like, I kind of like that, that spring locks that... they actually do trigger when it's damp or wet or if there's like a malfunction or something like that. That is not just like made up in the FNAF universe.
Set one off for you guys so you can see. Yeah, all it takes is like a tiny bit of pressure. And they kind of shoot out. So yeah, I'll probably...
So that's actually real?
Or just like just let the tension out so I'm not at risk. I think I was like picking it up weird and I put my hand there. I don't even know what I was doing.
Yeah, I thought that spring locks was just like a FNAF thing.
But we won't be doing that anymore. I'll set them all off and then work with them unloaded. It's probably a smart thing to do. But yeah, thanks for your awesome support, guys, and I hope to work on this a few hours every night and crank it out for you, and hopefully give you a final result by the end of the summer.
End of the
have a great summer, everyone, and stay tuned.
the end of the summer is like right now. So we're talking about having a fully built animatronic we're in September now.
Hey guys, this is progress update number 4, I think. Yeah, 4. Right now I'm working on the legs of the suit that I'm building. Last night I
pulled...
the
music is from The Shining. Oh my god. He has actually taste.
And
we might actually be able to like play the background music because of like copyright. But I do hope we do that.
This is hour 30 of working on this. So yeah, I should probably sleep, but we're going to do this instead. I'm going to walk you through what I did though, because I'm pretty proud of it. I installed these 2 hydraulics here onto the toes and connected them at the base of the ankle, which is welded to the foot. And that provides some hydraulic resistance to toe movement, which was needed because the toes would rattle when I would maneuver the foot and the leg, and it was just kind of annoying. So I figured we'll just secure these with hydraulics, and then that'll give it...
Oh, so you can actually wiggle your toes, yeah.
And I installed them on both. That's 4 sets of hydraulics. I also replaced the hydraulics in the ankle and in the front of the leg. Just this one's now pushing backwards and this one's pulling backwards, which provides a lot of resistance and force backwards, which will let it kind of crouch low like this.
Oh,
when it's,
I don't like that. You're giving it advantages.
When that tension's alleviated.
You're giving it an advantage to crouch down.
That's as realistic as we can get. I also made these plates on the legs, just an extra detail, but I riveted this steel onto the leg. I think I'm going to add some more detail to the outer shell of the suit.
When this thing gains consciousness,
a little hollow right now.
It's over.
And,
it's over, dude.
A little bit better. Didn't do too much else with the hands. Just installed those these little piston screws last night. Right now I'm working on the knees, which are these, I don't know what they're called, but there's this piece of metal that is really helpful for making joints. But it's going to go on top of this piece here, and
so they can.
Those 2 outer sections of the.
That's going to be a weak spot,
bolts,
isn't it?
Or of the nut will they rotate?
That's going to be a weak spot, so you can actually.
Rotate,
okay.
And that'll attach to the upper leg, which will go into the thigh, and into the rest of the body. So I got 2 sets of these, or 1 set of these, 1 set of 2. Where's the other one? There it is. Right there, and I'll put that on both tonight, probably. And yeah, I'll try to get at least a few hours of sleep before I keep working with machinery and stuff. You really shouldn't be doing this too much, but yeah, thanks again for your support, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
I mean, it's kind of like a good thing that he's giving it a weak spot, because if you're giving the animatronic the advantage of like crawling down and kneeling and actually being able to like disguise itself and, you know, like go low, basically just giving them a kick to the knee and they just like disassemble and fall to the ground, that gives you a way to escape if this guy actually comes alive at some point. I like that in the comments it's like, is it wearable? The interior is removable, yes. Would not advise, probably because of the spring locks.
Hey guys, this is progress report number 5, and thank you so much for your support so far. This has been a really exciting project for me, and last video really took off a lot quicker than I thought it would. So just want to thank you guys for all your comments. And,
what are we in now? We're like in the middle of June really. Here.
And in this video, I'm just going to go over some stuff that I've been working on today and last night. And also like answer some commonly asked questions that I've been seeing in the comments.
So he did make a weak spot. So there is a fighting
chance. I'll just give you a quick rundown of what I did. Yesterday I started making the knees, and they are mounted on these 2 pieces of metal right onto the main pipe for the lower leg, and the knee will be mounted, or the knee cap rather will be up here, and I'm going to reinforce between these 2 rods similar connecting wraps, so it kind of flows better, because right now it just looks empty. But I also installed these 2 rods or flats on either side that will have a hole in them already, and that's where the thigh will mount onto. So the thigh's going
I
to
at least
here,
hope the welding
and then
isn't so
continue
good.
upward into the thigh, as well as on the knee joint. And I cut some this afternoon. I cut some PVC material, PVC lumber, into these shapes here, which will get mounted right onto the bolt there and act as like an interior skeleton. This is like really white right now, but it will it'll turn like a yellow in time, which I think will match the vibe a little bit more than like a really stark white. I also installed these, I don't know if you can see them in the video, but there's these rods that go down the legs that kind of wrap around the middle pipe. They're really impractical and kind of a waste of time, but I think
but for aesthetics,
it makes the inside look a
for
little
the
bit
aesthetics,
cooler.
it's
Having
good.
just some more stuff going on inside is better than having nothing going on. I did it on there too. Same thing, you know, the same knees on both. All the pistons are still there. Piston in the hand. Piston in the hand. Also installed those pipes on the inside around the larger pipe as well.
Yeah, that's good for aesthetics.
That about does it for the progress report. And yeah, I've just been seeing in the comments, I'm like, oh, is this going to be a spring body suit, or is it a robot or a statue or it's an art piece, or what is it? And the best answer I can give you for that is it's just a combination of all those things, really. Like, I'm taking aspects from...
Yeah, there's like inspirations from like a lot. Yeah, yeah.
Mostly through just the spring locks that I'm installing. And yeah, there are spring locks, those of you asking. They're going to be all over the place. I have some already installed.
Oh, that's cool.
There, you can see them. I already hurt myself a few times with it. One of them, I took a video right after and showed you guys that. I also have these on standby. These are new and they're all also coiled, so we're not going to mess with them. But yeah, those are mean. And they're going to go all throughout the torso, on the inside of the torso, as well as within the parts of like the unoccupied areas, the arms and legs. No, there's not going to be motors in this thing. It's going to be completely piston operated. I've kind of started that process now, just where I think they need to go. There's going to be a lot more pistons because this thing is going to be a lot more heavy.
So how are you going to be able to move it then?
These little door pistons are not going to hold up the weight. The weight and balance of this thing, I calculated out to 950, it's like 950 something pounds. Just given the materials I bought and I plan on using.
Almost 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, it clocks in around 9'2".
If that steps on you,
and that's
you're dead.
including these little antennae ears that we have going on. This is supposed to be a rabbit, as well as a praying mantis, almost like with like a very insectoid look. So it's going to be a combination of both those things, at least the endoskeleton. If I end up making an outer shell for the project, it'll most likely be my take on Bond from the Walton Files.
Oh, nice.
So a blue rabbit. I'm pretty sure it'll be blue, and I might even make a few suits that I can that will,
you can swap them around,
you know, go on this endoskeleton.
That's a good idea.
I've seen comments saying, oh, don't make it yellow. It might be the pumpkin rabbit, or don't make it white. It might be Shaw. And I think that if I can build something like this, I might as well give it as many outfits as I can.
Yeah, that's a great idea, actually.
Expand the possibilities of what I'm able to do with it and what I'm able to represent. Because I know some of you guys love Shaw. I know some of you guys like Bond, some other stuff, Buzu. So why not make all of them?
Yeah.
If you stayed this far into the video, I really appreciate it. And thank you guys so much for your support. Oh, I also wanted to show you some of the materials I'm using. This is where I'm keeping all the materials and parts of this project. And you guys are saying, oh, don't quit like everyone else. Everyone else that does this stuff, they always give up halfway through. And there's no way I'm going to stop until this thing is done. So I've already bought all the material I think I need. Every day I'm going to Lowe's or Home Depot and buying more.
This is going to be so expensive. I kind of want to know what the final price is for this.
Need 3 times as many in the end, just because the back and then the torso is going to be loaded up with them. That's going to be the most weight-bearing part. I won't be using the baseball bat, but I'll be using some of this other stuff in here. A lot of these like PVC and rubber fasteners, some deer fencing for the costume itself. I bought a roll, like an 8 foot by 5 foot by 8 foot rubber sheet that I will use to make the costume and then paint it.
Oh, that's smart.
I'm probably going to end up using fabric on top of it, but that rubber will give it a nice texture. I'll stand right next to this guy and kind of show you where he comes up to you, or a human, rather.
So your
I'm
hip,
6'2",
the knee goes to your hips.
And this comes up to my pocket, so about, well, not there, but like, you know, like right about there on me, almost at my hip even. So this thing is going to be massive, and you know, 9 feet, standing upright, like standing up straight. This thing will be sitting down most of the time.
9'6" in the
and
comments
when
over
it's
here.
not sitting down,
9'6".
it'll be kind of crouching because it will be bearing some weight. So it'll be kind of in this stance almost. Yeah. So which will lower the weight of it and also make it look kind of like aggressive and almost yeah, it'll be like a really cool stance for it, like kind of crouching low, fingers kind of dragging on the floor. But yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying this so far, or at least as much as I am. And yeah, please keep asking questions. I'm trying to answer all you guys' comments, and there's a lot of them, which is awesome, and I'm totally not used to it yet, so keep them coming and I'll keep responding as much as I can. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for your support, and yeah, I'll keep you posted. See you soon.
So up here they say, serious question, what are you building this for, or is it just for fun? For fun and passion, just bringing something I love to life. And then I saw down here, is it going to actually move on its own, or is it kind of just like a huge toy? Both. It will have a pulley and hydraulic system to assist its movements, but it will primarily be a massive prop, which means that it can actually escape if it wanted to.
Hey guys,
oh, the knees are looking great. Oh my god.
Number 6, and I just got done with my first live tonight, and I thought it went really well. We finally hit 10,000 followers, which is insane. I feel like we were just at like 3,000 2 days ago, which we were. I don't know how we got to 10,000, but I'm glad we did in like a day. That's awesome. Didn't even have to ask for it. But I went live, and over the live we worked on some of the joints for the wrists, and we primarily worked on the legs though. We built the knee
so you made them
area.
kick
We
proof.
built that up a little bit, and now
we had a weak spot, and he fixed the weak spot.
I think they're exactly 37 inches in height. Puts them just over 3 feet by an inch. And the knee joints are here. They're installed onto the leg, surrounded by the spring locks. And then we built the kneecaps, which are here. And these are these rounded plates that go onto the frame. On these here, we're going to put some spring locks on the left and right, either side. And we're leaving the back of the legs open.
The back of the legs is gonna be open. Okay, the back of the legs is actually gonna be open, so we still actually do have a chance.
The upper thigh to kind of fall into, so it'll have like a really steep sitting position if it needs to, and also it will stand roughly yay high. That's around my shoulder height for the waist. So if my shoulders are at its waist, that'll put its head at around 10 feet tall, at like 9'6".
The entire animatronic will be 10 feet tall.
But yeah, thank you so much for your guys' support and getting us well over 10,000 followers. I think last time I checked, it was somewhere like 12,000, which is just incredible to me.
Though. He's growing fast.
I had no idea
if you already got like 10,000 subs.
And now that it has, I feel like there's so many more options moving forward with this project. I can monetize my work now. I can actually afford to keep doing this at the pace I'm doing it. It is very expensive to do this regularly, but yeah, this is just nothing but fantastic, guys, and I really am honored that you're, spending your time and giving me your attention. So, I love showing you this, and I hope you love seeing it too. If you have any questions about anything, just let me know in the comments of the videos I'm putting out. I'm trying to put one out a day. That's going to slow down a little bit when I'm going to head off to a kind of a summer college thing for 2 weeks. But I'll do some drawings while I'm there. And when I get back, I'm going to be full speed ahead, right? Full speed ahead with this project again. So stay tuned for all that, and just let me know if you have any questions. I'd love to answer specific stuff in a new video, but for now, good night, guys, and stay tuned for the next one.
So I did ask earlier about the price. Someone said over here, how much has this project costed so far? About $2,000. We'll see if I need more materials. I can update that number. If we believe that he doesn't need more materials, $2,000 and a lot of work hours on an animatronic is actually not half bad if you know what you're doing. I'm actually really interested in seeing like what the next step is gonna be. Building the Welding files animatronic. Come check. Oh, this is just like a teaser for the live stream. Okay, so we have reference images for the... This is gonna be this is gonna be a monster. Once they finish this is gonna be a monster. Welding the Rapid. Do we have any more progress upgrades? We have another progress upgrade here. The knees still look good. But nothing has really happened, right? Like you did, yeah, you added, okay, you added additional spring locks. So additional spring locks have been added to the knee and other places. I'm praying that it's not spring locks. All of those are spring locks. Oh god, dude. It's a good thing you can't actually put it on. But don't you need like another piston on the other side as well? Like to stabilize it, or do you really only need one piston for the hand movements? Oh, and he's also added another piston, hasn't he? Oh, so you can make it crouch down all the way. But what I kind of want to know is, right, it would be cool if he made the fingers movable as well. Because how the fingers are right now is basically, they just like, you know, move all over the place. Where if he actually, I don't know if you can put pistons on them, so he can like position the individual fingers instead of them just being like all over the place.
Hi guys, this is progress report number 8. And I'm just going to
My name is Edwin. I made the mimic.
We had a pretty, I don't know, we did a lot today.
But these pistons here, these rods are 250 pound pistons. We installed them into the leg.
50 pounds.
So now there is a lot of force and spring energy in the legs that wasn't there before.
Yeah, there's like pistons
And,
all over the
those are
place,
kind of a
yeah.
mess to put on, but finally I was able to get it. I'll give you a little demo on how strong they are. This is about a 75 pound leg, and this piston single-handedly throws it around, which is really cool. So the legs compress the same way they've been compressing. That piston does not make it any easier, but when I let go,
It like flips back up.
it will kind of launch itself backwards. So I'm not gonna let go quite yet.
but we can see the toe movement is really good too. There's a pretty great range of motion in the feet. But when we flat foot like this, and then let go, it will shove itself backwards, so.
Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no! Guys, that animatronic is gonna be jumping. What was it, like 1,000 pounds? If that animatronic jumps on you, that is a death from like Final Destination.
Which is wild, because that's a lot of...
That is so much pressure. When you add the torso on that...
Like that. I'll do it again for you. But,
oh, hell. Hell nah. Hell nah.
Kind of aggressive on the joints, and it's not super good to just let the piston fly back like that, but I think it's really neat.
But when you add the torso, the arms and everything, you're gonna need more pistons or more powerful pistons.
On a live. We also installed these bands here, which took longer than I thought they would because they need stops. I needed to weld nuts into place so that the metal wouldn't slide all the way down. But those are mounted in like this with a little screwdriver. I'm gonna trim these tabs up because they kind of rattle.
They look better, yeah.
I don't want this thing to make any noise when it walks. So I'm gonna trim these.
Did he just say I don't want this to make any noise when... So he's making it big, heavy, silent, and deadly, full of spring locks at the same time.
I'm gonna trim these tabs up because they kind of rattle, and I don't want this thing to make any noise when it walks. So I'm gonna trim these and make them all the same length. They're over here too. Yeah, so they look like from the front. I put them
That is insane.
But yeah, for those of y'all who are tuning into the lives, really appreciate it. Love seeing you guys there. And keep coming back for more. I'm trying to make as much progress as I can. As often as I can.
But I want to see him move on to the torso,
the
right?
lives are a great way for me to do that. But I hope you guys are enjoying this project as much as I am. And
oh, the doll. You guys seen the doll in the background as well?
Actually, before I go, I'll do a quick rundown on parts that I'm using. This is my metal table. Has all the metal I think I'll need for the rest of this project. A lot of people are asking what I'm using for it. Hopefully this gives you a good idea of the like kind of diversity of material. Like these are all different gauges. These are all different gauges of metal, steel. Some of it's stainless.
I wonder if he has like a schematic or if he's just winging it.
Just regular weldable steel. Also the spring locks here. Little box of spring locks that showed up. I'm not gonna give out our address right now, but there they are. And then our friend, our little live buddy. Some bear traps I'm going to use to just take some of the parts out and kind of rework them a little bit. The pistons that I'm going to use, some wire scrap joints, and then some general hardware.
Bear traps. He's gonna use bear traps on the animatronic. So progress report number 9 here.
Is, progress report number 9.
But he's still working on the arms and the legs.
Kind of treating today as a break day for me. I've been kind of going on-stop with this project, and I need a second to just be, I guess. But I figured I'd give you a rundown on what I planned on doing with the future of this project, and a quick little question response I get sometimes, just responding to some stuff I see in the comments and in my DMs and things. Going forward though, tomorrow I think I'm going to, I think I found a way to make it so that I can lock positions on the ankle, because right now it wants to be extended all the way back just because those new pistons, they are pushing the legs into kind of a pointed position. But if I mount something here, like a little piece of steel with a hole in it that I can run a rod through, I can weld a kind of an eyelet in here that would line up with that rod.
You can stop it from moving.
Eyelets in there, so we have multiple positions to lock it into on the ankles, which will let working on the upper thighs, which are next, the lower thighs, a lot easier if it's not super tall. Here's the foundation for the lower thighs.
What happened with the Why are they just all bloody? They're like all... They're all bloody.
Let me get this one beside the joint here, so I'll attach them onto these rotating bits, and then it'll kind of work like that. These are PVC, and this will be one of the few pieces of plastic on this project. I think
So it'll be all metal, and that's only plastic.
In there, underneath a metal frame cage like this, and what's on there right now. But yeah, I just really need to figure out a way to make it so that the legs aren't always like a maximum point, just so because if they're like this, it's just gonna be so tall.
But when he puts more weight on it, that's gonna shift everything. Like right now, he's solving a problem that's only it's only a problem now. But once he puts the weight and the body and the arms on it,
like, oh, is this a wearable thing? Is this a costume? Is this a statue prop or what is it? And the best answer I can give to that is kind of a combination of all those things. Like, yes, it is functional in that it's articulated realistically. I'm trying to mimic human articulation with like the ankles, the wrists, the knees, all that stuff. But it's not professionally done. I'm not a professional, and
that's what they all say.
I think that's where there's some confusion. People think this is like a kind of like manufactured machine thing. It's really not. It's just something I'm throwing together with scrap metal in my garage. So it's not going to be perfect, but and also like, is it a suit? Yes, it can be worn. The intention wasn't for it to be worn, but now that I've been working on it, I made it so that this interior system here unscrews from the ankle, and when you remove that, there is enough room to have somebody inside.
So he's telling us that the entire interior of this leg can be unscrewed. If you unscrew this entire section here, what does that mean? Spring lock, spring lock, spring lock, spring lock, spring lock, spring lock. I will bet like a couple of $1,000s that he definitely knows someone who's called William Afton. He knows someone named William Afton. 1,000,000%.
Unscrews from the ankle, and when you remove that, there is enough room to have somebody inside. And I was thinking, oh, it'd be so cool if someone could pilot this thing from the inside, but it's just way too heavy.
But he's talking about piloting. Someone is saying, can it move by itself like no human intervention? One day, right now, it will just be a manipulated prop. Honest reaction. David Martinez comes in with the hardest reaction image. We're cooked. We're done.
The metal on the insides is just so kind of rough and sharp. This is all just factory steel, so it's not, the edges aren't sanded or anything. It's just straight up, like just a raw edge. So it's very sharp. Even the fingers are sharp. So I don't think climbing inside of this thing
I want him
would be,
to put like pistons on the fingers so they're actually movable.
But you could if you needed to. But yeah, I think my intention with this piece is to just create a very, very realistic prop.
What if it falls on someone?
Slash robot slash prop. Like, it'll be movable and posable. I just need to figure out a way to lock the joints, which shouldn't take too much longer. And then tomorrow, I hope to go live and do just start the process on building up the upper legs, because I know we've been stuck with the lower legs and arms for a while now. I've just been working on small, big detail stuff, and I'm finally approaching the end of that. So thank you guys so much for your attention and enthusiasm in this process and towards this project. I really do appreciate it, and it's very encouraging for me to keep making stuff like this and to get me out of bed in the morning to keep working. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night, and I'll be back tomorrow with a live and with new content and stuff. I'm just taking...
Dude, the fact that he keeps on building on this is like absolutely insane. Like, I can't wait to see like the final version of this.
Hey guys, this is progress.
Oh,
update,
finally!
Progress report.
Finally, something
10.
else is happening.
I am working on this thing in daytime right now, which is wild and new. But I've just installed the foundation for the thighs, which I'm super happy with. The fact that it works, because I didn't think it would work. But it has lightweight PVC skeleton for the foundation.
I like that all the
thighs,
comments are like,
and
"Can you
the
stop? I'm
outer
actually getting scared
shell
now."
thighs, or the exoskeleton will be very similar to this. So it'll be like
Would
a
it
white
be able to kill
skeleton
people? And is it
inside of a metal cage, which is
Stop.
sick.
Stop that. Don't have those thoughts.
But yeah, they're also like super strong and super flexible. So we have that like any sort of like weight issue or strain that would be on a piece of wood or another piece of like lightweight material. Kind of just, this thing doesn't really care. So any sort of stress it should be immune to, which is good. And it'll be lightweight enough to take some of that like total 900-pound estimate.
But we still need the
come down a
thighs,
little
right?
bit, which is great.
Like the next step would be thighs.
It'll be able to move a little faster now that it's not going to weigh so much in the legs.
Move a little fat.
But yeah, I'm going to leave this exposed so it can crouch. This rests. I'll put a little pad there so it doesn't start cutting the PVC.
Yeah, good.
Because it will be heavy still. But it'll be able to crouch. And then the hips will be, I'll have 2 separate joints for the hips so the legs can rotate and pivot independently of each other. And then
I mean, at least it's a good thing that it's PVC plastic. Because I remember earlier I talked about how the knee would be a weak spot. So if it actually gained consciousness and started running around, we could kick it in the knee and then it would like break, so you have like a fighting chance to escape. But now the weak spot is definitely the PVC. So as long as he doesn't reinforce the thighs, we should be fine, right?
I'll have a hip structure that comes down to the floor, so it'll alleviate some of that weight when it's sitting down. So when it's
We're cooked. We're cooked. It's only, the PVC is only there as like a placeholder right now.
sitting, it will actually be resting and not like storing a bunch of energy. But yeah, I'll keep you posted. But right now, the upper thighs, building these out, building the frames for them, mounting them onto here and here. So there'll be 3 points of rotation per leg, which it'll cut that strain in, I don't know, what is it, 33.3% of it will be distributed each time throughout each leg, so 6 times. But yeah, that's what's happening next. Is I'm building the top part of the legs, and then we'll continue building like the elbows and the arms and stuff. But I just really need to have a torso to do that, so I can get the proportions correct.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, a little quick update this afternoon. I might have another one for you tonight. But thank you for your support and interest. And I'll see you on the lives, I'll see you in the comments, and I'll see you in the DMs. I tried to talk to all you guys.
This is progress
If you're
report
reaching
number
out,
10.
I
What about
should be
progress
reaching
report
out.
number 11?
Hey guys, this is progress report number 11. I'm making a lot more progress today than I did yesterday, but I want to just walk you through what I've done. I figured out those the joints for the thighs. There's a good
This is so robotic. It's
tight
probably because the music is like copyrighted or something, so I had to like re-upload it without copyrighted music.
So it is very, very tall. It will not be able to stand up inside the garage. It'll need.
Yeah, but this is only the thighs we have so far. Oh, we have, oh, so you made a latch. Oh, so he made a latch so it can kind of be crouched on its own until you're ready to release it.
These just to
Yes,
get more
this does
position
look actually
availability.
temporary. Like, since the audio is bad, I don't really want to check out this video. I want to go to like progress report 12 instead.
Hey guys, this is progress report number 12, I believe. Today, we have begun the process of installing the upper legs on our endoskeleton right now. I'm using PVC and steel to do this, and this is a great representation of how tall this piece will be. These are roughly
So basically, the
around
pelvis area
2 inches
is gonna
below
be in your
my
face.
shoulder height at this crouched position, so he will be massive.
You guys have seen that that Freddy Fazbear's meme, right? In 2025, this will be real. With the height that this animatronic is getting, that will be real.
Estimated like 10-foot mark. It is night. There's no light in here right now. I'm using my phone flashlight to record this. I hope it's working out. But here is how the knees work. They're triple
Is it made to
jointed.
protect us or kill
Very,
us?
very strong. We have one joint there, one large joint around this this piece there, the actual knee, and then another here, and all of them will rotate together once I seal them at the top.
Yeah, when you have like an outer,
And
yeah,
we'll
you have like an outer
cage-like,
layer.
Cage-like design that goes around and surrounds the interior of the upper leg, and it'll be as complex and kind of detailed as the lower leg. It'll be consistent, and even though it will be covered most of the time with the fabric suits that it will wear, it will be detailed, and you'll be able to display it without a suit on as well. It'll be interesting enough to look at on the inside, just as it is on the outside. I hope that's the plan. Hands, they're still the same. Nothing's changed with the hands. They're still handing.
Handing.
This thing, I'll back up and give you guys a scale.
Dude, at some point you're gonna actually have to like start building this
almost
outside of
halfway
your
to the ceiling
garage.
right now, and I haven't even begun the waist. But it's just wild. I'm really happy with the progress, though. We made a lot of progress over the most recent live that I did. I'm going to make a YouTube channel soon, so I'll keep you guys posted about that as well. I'd love to make longer form video content, obviously, because I can't cover everything in these short little like 5-minute maximum TikTok videos. But I do love the community of people I've kind of curated on TikTok. I really do appreciate y'all's support and interest in this, and I love answering your questions and advice, recommendations, all that stuff, because I say it a lot, but I'm not a professional. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just figuring this out, hoping for the best, and can always use some advice or help from you guys.
I mean, I do actually have the YouTube channel open here that we can check on later. Like right now we're on progress report 12 and we still have 13, 14, 15. And then I do believe they do have some extra content. Like this one, Forest Introduction, was uploaded 12 hours ago. So there actually have been a lot of progress recently on some of the other videos. Let's go for 13.
Hey guys, this is progress report number 13, lucky 13. But today I have completed most of the interior of the thighs.
Most of the is this it?
Like is it's a 110-pound spring in each thigh, and these will be connected to the frames once I build a backing for them, which will look like this.
So the thighs are not going to be more
Contained
detailed?
within this frame, and then I'll build out a similar shell that the lower leg has, but this will move all together with the entire thigh. And I'm going to let it hang down. It'll kind of assume this position when it's crouched.
Yeah.
So that spring will coil into the leg, which is kind of neat.
This is like a little bit
it's getting these
underwhelming
brackets
that
in
this
with
is
the
only
plan
how
for
the
today.
thighs are looking.
That will make the thigh hold its shape no matter what pitch or angle it's in, because sometimes when I would like bring it backwards towards the front of the knee, the two sides would kind of splay away from each other, and the closer it got towards a like full crouch position, the brackets would come to a point, they'd come closer together. So these supports, while they make it more difficult to manipulate the thighs, make it a little bit more tight around the hinges, allow it to hold its own shape, which is what we want, because our thighs don't really change shape when we move them.
Yeah.
They kind of have the same.
So that's why you make it simplistic.
I don't know. I guess shape, no matter what position they're going to be in. But it'll be a very similar look to this.
Okay,
just slightly
good.
less metal inside to keep that lightweight and springy look to it. The inside of the suit, what will be covered by fabric most of the time, is going to be fairly lightweight and just kind of an articulated frame that the fabric will lay on, and that'll provide realistic
joints and articulation to the rest of the body. I've also installed larger pieces of hardware to lock the legs in various positions.
Oh yeah, I do actually see that.
These
The
are
latches
longer
that they're
than,
upgraded.
the previous ones, so there's a much more, there's many more options for stances I could have. See, when I'm displaying it in a still position, that is when it's not roaming the neighborhood or in another state.
Did you just hear what he said?
So there's a much more, there's many more options for stances I could have. See, when I'm displaying it in a still position, that is when it's not roaming the neighborhood or in another state.
When I'm putting it in a still position, then it's not roaming the neighborhood or another state.
Around. So yeah, I'll keep the joints locked for now. Don't want this thing going anywhere.
It's
Yeah,
over.
right, this is kind of what it'll look like when it's crouched.
It's over.
And this is what it'll look like when it's standing. These are just for separate right now because I don't have that back bracket on right now. But I'll put that on either tomorrow or when I get back in around the 4th of July. So I'm going to take a 2-week, I'll call it a break, but it won't be a break. It'll be a just a step away from the project so I can deal with some college stuff. But while I'm away, I will be doing more lives and drawings, and I'll be answering your questions in the comments and in the lives and whatnot.
So we
And I
might
should
get
be
like
able
a
to
big update in those
draft
2
up,
weeks.
schematics for the entire suit as well as the costumes it will wear, which I know you guys are asking for, so I will come through on that. But thank you guys for watching this so far into the video, and thank you for your support.
I like that it's like progress report 87. I tried it on and it fits perfectly. Progress report number 88. Every part of my body is bleeding. No spoiler alert! Oh, sorry guys. This is like what we call subtle foreshadowing.
Hey guys, this is progress report number 14. Today we have worked on the thighs, just building out the framing for
Why does it actually look good? I thought the thighs was gonna be like less detailed, but this actually...
the thighs and for the suit to lay on top of. They're in their crouched position right now. They're fully...
I hope he blacks out the PVC to make it more scary, or like makes it gray.
into the lower leg right here. But they can also stand upright. I'll give you a little show of what that looks like on the left leg.
Oh,
Looks
nice!
like standing right now. At knee level. At eye level. And that's what it looks like crouching. Right there. Standing, crouching, crouching, standing. Nothing's really changing with the hands. I like it where they are, so we're going to move on from them. We built new cages for the PVC and for the spring to kind of rest inside, so it's not grinding on the metal. It can kind of slip in between or wants to fall naturally. That's on both. And this thing being triple jointed, one there, one here, and one there.
Are you also gonna have spring locks inside of the thighs?
Functional fail safes for joints. So if one of them fails, it has 2 backups. If 2 of them fail, it has 1 backup. But ideally, it should have at least 2.
Do you see the comments? Hello, CITRA. Your work has been gaining a lot of attention over here at Fazbear's Entertainment recently. So we're now proud to offer you as a job as a certified Fazbear Entertainment technician, building and designing animatronics. We offer you a fair payment to fair working hours. What do you say? Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for any kinds of harm, including death or dismemberment. Sign me up. I will need access to the suits in the back as well. Benjamin knows exactly what he's doing.
Both of them would work as a functional joint. I have these. This is some stuff that came today. We have some industrial ribbed tubing, which will go kind of behind, kind of like this. I'll install it more formally with hardware, but we'll go on the knees like that. Also probably behind the elbow. And a new shipment of spring locks came, so we have about 55 more spring locks.
Of course,
These
we
are
need the
all
spring locks.
activated right now, or unwound, so they're safe to handle.
We need the spring
But I'll
locks,
sell
of
these
course.
to the upcoming videos when I get back on the 4th.
But I've been thinking about how this thing will move, what that looks like, and a lot of comments are, will it move? How fast will it be? How tall will it be? Whatever. And right now, the plan is to just focus on the articulation and the actual build itself before I start worrying about hydraulics and pneumatics. Right now there's a few hydraulics, decorative and some functional hydraulics in the legs, mainly just to support its own weight and give it that spring energy that it needs to begin that walk cycle. It's because of how heavy it is. But this thing needs to be built before it can be movable, obviously. So we'll work on building it, and then we'll work on moving it. And I will need help with the movement process. If anybody knows mathematicians or engineers or people who do movement more than I do for this kind of stuff, please let me know. I can always use the help, and I do appreciate y'all's recommendations as well. But as far as movement goes, given the weight, size, and power of the legs, I'm not sure if it will, I don't know, I'm not sure if it'll be able to walk. It might just be able to run. I think it might be more of a runner than a walker.
Because of its weight, it won't be able to walk. But because of momentum, it'll be able to run. Guys, I believe we might be doomed. If this thing here is actually fully built, this is the end of the world.
Given the amount of power in the legs, but we'll see. We can't really tell. We gotta just wait for it to decide what it wants to do, I guess.
Wait for it to decide.
Yeah, I mean that's all. That'll happen later, I hope. For now, we're just going to worry about making the hips, which I have a pretty good idea how I want to do those, and I'll keep y'all posted when I get back in my garage. But until the 4th, around the 5th, I will be doing more drawing-based content, just drawing some schematics for the project, because I'm going to be away from my garage for a little bit. And I'll do that on live, and I'll do that on my own as well. And just post like some drawing-based content for a second, just 2 weeks. And when we come back to the garage, I will be ready to weld again. A little something to look forward to though is I'm going to redesign and remake both of the feet at some point.
Oh, good.
I'm not sure if that'll happen before or after I finish the entire project.
Yeah, because the feet is
But they
kind of
need to be remade
the feet is
because
like the
force
weakest
of the
part.
legs,
Yeah.
as they are now, is actually ripping the lower leg off of the foot because they're just so strong. So it's warping the metal on the foot a little bit. So I need to remake the feet in the same gauge steel as I made the hands.
Yeah.
Which will be fine. I'm not worried about it. It's just going to take a little bit. It's going to be a little bit expensive. So I need to make some money, buy some metal, and remake those huge feet. Which will be fun. It'll be rewarding because I'll know that the project will last, infinitely longer than it would have had I not replaced a problematic component.
Yeah.
But yeah, just something to look forward to for you guys. Keep you guys in the loop. I love just walking through the process with you. But thanks for watching this video to this point, and stay tuned for more. It is dark out, so I'm going to be going to bed. I hope you have a fantastic night.
So we have like a 2-week break now where we're gonna get some drawing content, and then after that, once he's back in like start July, he said, that's when we'll see a new upgrade. So this would probably be like his way of making schematics, right? Oh, I do see the vision. I do actually see it. That almost looks like a dog! Someone in chat pointed something out earlier. Like, they said, oh, he uploaded videos of his corgi. Like, if we go all the way back here, he uploaded a video, like, photos of his corgi, and then he also has, like, a video... You think something happened to him? Because this animatronic that we just saw right here, that's a dog. I think something broke him. Something definitely broke him from the inside. Jesus Christ, man. These schematics are absolutely insane. I'm making new feet, and these will be... I'm glad there's an ocean between us. Does the government know about this? They contacted it. The feet will be faster is what you're telling.
Hello, this is progress report number 15.
No new feet, right?
I want to say hello to everybody who's joining the project now. There's been a large number of people coming in since my last posted. I just want to say hi and welcome. And since I last posted, I've been working on some parts of the project, primarily focusing on the knee area of the legs.
Yeah, but we don't have a kneecap yet. Oh wait, I mean he basically did make a kneecap.
Tubes came in. I ordered them a while ago, and they add kind of a gasket protection on springs. You cinch them at the ends. It helps them not rust. It slows their rusting process. And I'm going to install 2 of these. I have 4
you're
ready
actually
to go. I have about 6 more I'm going to build. I'm going to mount them on the bottom of the leg there, and up in the top leg there.
Oh, that's gonna look so good.
Just to give, I think the 10 pounds.
I like us was like, by the way, we have 19 games on why you shouldn't do this.
There, and that'll just kind of centralize the rotation a little bit, because right now it's just whatever joint is under the most pressure. So like what side you're pushing on, I guess. So now this will kind of equalize that pressure amongst the 3 knee joints. I've also decided that I'm going to redo or remake the feet of Nosey.
Yeah, that's what he said in the last progress
with a,
report.
Stronger steel in a slightly different shape. I do really like the profile and look of this foot design. I think it balances really nicely. It's perfect width and length. It's just the metal thickness and bulkiness of them is what I'm having a little bit of an issue with right now. The lower legs alone have about 700 pounds of force distributed amongst the pistons in it. They're all pushing
700 pounds of force.
250 pounds.
That's gonna break someone's rib cage. If this animatronic kicks someone, their rib cage is like disintegrated, dissolved. It bursts into flames. Your bones will shatter.
I think it's 1/8 inch sheet steel. I have at the feet right now, and I'm going to upgrade that to this, which is 1/4 inch steel plate, which is double the thickness, and then a higher quality material that sheet steel is. This is a blueprint of what the feet will look like as well. They're going to be very similar in a lot of ways to the feet I have now, but just where there's unnecessary bulk, I'm going to trim down on that, just like around the ankle area. There doesn't need to be all this metal over here, so we're going to cut it off and add a reinforced kind of base extension around the heel, and then the sides of the toes as well, to give that outward stability. Because right now I need to stabilize the leg with part of a square.
Oh, I see that.
Just so it doesn't tip over because it's top heavy. They will be attached though in the middle here with a spring and joint system. So they will be connected, and then that top heaviness stability issue will kind of go away because it'll balance itself with 2 legs instead of just 1. And the arms are still looking good. Here's another piece of sheet steel I'm going to use, and then I gathered some more materials. I got some more springs, and then a new set of
I kind of want to know like how much he has spent on this so far. Do we know that?
Hopefully I'll have use for them when I'm making this torso and armpit regions soon. So I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a lot of fun.
He doesn't actually
Okay,
say.
guys, thank you for your patience and support throughout this process, and your fun comments. I do appreciate reading them and responding to some of them. And make sure to check out my Discord. It's linked in my bio.
Where you also can see
Just,
progress
some space
upgrades,
to talk about and answer
updates.
questions regarding this project. Yeah, project. All right, guys, I'm gonna go get some sleep. But thank you.
And then it's gonna be gone in the morning. What about progress report number 16, right?
Hello.
There we have the tubes and the wires.
Progress report number 16. Thank you all for watching and for joining this this project and process.
I like this one saying, at least give it a
really
weakness,
appreciate it,
gang.
and
A
the
lack of
support.
empathy, is that a
Really
weakness?
does mean a lot to me. Since my last update, I have finally found a way
Soul.
to install
Oh, God.
the knee springs and their gaskets, and just finding a way to
Yo, maybe add night vision eyes if it's possible. I'm adding a trail cam similar system. They have infrared. It won't be able to see with them, but it will activate and send a photo, gang. It's
secure them on the upper and lower
every
leg
update
beside
makes
the,
this even more
knee
deadly.
joint. I did so with a nut and washer.
Father, what is my
bolts.
purpose?
Just 8 sets of those, securing them, and those kind of support knee rotation and isolate the movement towards the middle of the knee instead of the sides.
But have you
So
even
if we
seen any rotation?
Collapse the knee.
Yeah, but like side to side rotation, have we seen that?
They kind of
I think that could
hold
be
that
better.
position too.
I think
looks
it
really-
could be better, couldn't it?
But it just keeps that tension away from whatever joint you're rotating closest to, and just distributes it better amongst all 3. I'm gonna bring that leg up just for looks for now.
I think that could look better.
All right. Well, sorry for my kind of fatigue. I've noticed some people saying I sound fatigued in my videos, and I appreciate the concern. And I'll let you know that right now I'm recovering from a surgery, and it's difficult to put welding helmet or any sort of headgear on at the moment, so I'm limited to what I'm able to do with the project. But right now we can work on more cosmetic and just detail stuff that doesn't require a whole lot of sweating and just intense labor. Anything that would mess up but yeah, this is Nosey as of tonight. Thank you so much for the support and the energy and the enthusiasm. I really think it's a good idea, if you're interested in the project, to join the Discord that's linked in my bio.
But what I kind of want to know is, like, when does he start building the torso? Because as of right now, we have spent like 16 progress reports building the feet, the legs, the thighs, the arms, and making like numerous revisions on it. I kind of do want to see, like, I want to see the pelvis, I want to see the chest, I want to see like, I want to move like forward a little bit faster, if that makes sense. Because the last couple of episodes, right, like 16, 15, and before all of this, like the last 16 progress reports have been all focusing on the thighs themselves. Like the start moved very, very quickly, but then we're kind of slowing down on this like progress here. I want to check on 17. Like, how far are we on
Hello,
17?
everybody. This is progress report number 17. Since my last report for you guys, I have installed the third
I like that everyone is talking about progress report 84,
180
87. It escaped. It escaped.
connection
I'm opening a
on the
pplizzeria.
thigh.
It's missing.
which are these two.
It's fighting bad. I
plate
contained it. It escaped.
bars here that connect the outer steel plate supports for the frame of the thigh. They also mount onto the gasket connection rod and interior PVC frame.
The fact that it says 56,000 comments,
Hold that
dude.
PVC in place. I think they look great, and they also are going to help the fur or the suit to lay on top. It'll give that shape. It'll give it that nice rounded shape that the upper thighs will have. It's a unique shape. It's not a perfect cylinder, but I think I made note of it in the drawings that are that
How are you
goes
gonna
to the
connect the
ground.
thighs to like a pelvis or like hips or
I've
something like that?
continue to work on the feet. They're coming soon. I'm cutting the templates out right now of this 1/4 inch plate steel, and I have to take my time with this because these angle grinders are very easy to burn through. I've burned through one last week, and that was frustrating. I'll let y'all know that Venmo is up finally on my link tree in my bio, as well as a playlist of the music that I play
Oh,
as
nice.
I work on my projects. Some people have been interested in this, so I've included that in the link tree as well. Up next for the project is the replacing of the Mark I feet that are installed right now and their associated pistons, and I'm going to replace them just with a better system. They'll be faster, they'll be lighter, they'll be slightly smaller, they will look better. The piston response in them will be snappier because I'm going to design the feet with piston installation in mind instead of
good.
just throwing pistons.
I mean,
on
that's
that
not
you fit.
good.
There'll be actual fittings for them in the Mark II feet, which should be the last mark the feet get, because this design is beautiful and perfect. It should not need to be changed at all. It's made the same metal the hands are made of, so the hands are going to be just as indestructible.
That
as
hand
the
is
feet
as
will be.
large
Should be
as his
nice
foot.
and reassuring from the design and creation standpoint that you know what you're making. You know Nosey will live 50 years more than it would without them. Just a quality control thing. And then once we can get the feet on, secured, pistoned up, ready to go, I'll start making the thighs, connecting them, torso, waist, spine, upper arms, shoulders, and then head. And then we'll design the costumes and be done. That's very, very summarized. I hope you know. But
Yeah, we're in like,
eventually
this was
we'll get
uploaded
there.
in the middle of July.
Have some new materials that came. Some new springs.
We have like a
and,
response, like how much money was
ratchet
spent on this so far?
hydraulics, some new joints, some new pistons and tubing.
Not really.
As well as some more bear trap and just general metal trap systems I'll take apart to make the new spring locks that have come. And I'll install the spring locks very soon. These are the second shipment that came in. First shipment all went into the lower legs, and the second shipment will go into the thighs once I add vertical support. So like bars going down the sides of the legs, and then I'll be able to mount the spring locks just like I did on them with the lower leg into the interior where they would correspond,
Like so.
where they have the corresponding linkages on the inside of them, twist into and lock, just to secure the endoskeleton to the inside of the suit. Here's some very, very fast draw-ups I did for the feet. These are the old feet designs, if anyone wants to copy that for whatever reason. We've had one donation today though, guys. One person on Venmo donated. I believe their name was Calvin. And yeah, I was very grateful. But now everyone's saying, you're dooming us all, or bro knows what he's doing, or bros whatever it is. All the comments saying these things, they now need to also blame Calvin because he's donating. So it's Calvin.
So we're blaming all the donators too. If I had Cash App, I would send them like a couple of dollars, because then you guys can blame me too.
yeah,
When
we'll
what was
update
it,
on those
Rosie?
guys.
When Nosey is like free roaming and killing everyone.
Yeah, hop on that, guys. It'd be awesome to have some more, like kind of a looser, like kind of a wider budget, and also become part of the project a little bit more than you already are. I'm going to do a Patreon in the future where we'll do t-shirts, merchandise, Nosey aligned / the CITRA aligned merch. This is not
the only project that will be on this channel. I hope you know. This is just the first. I'm going to make actual suits designed to be worn by humans from the beginnings, like
animatronics
with human occupancy in mind from the designing stages. Nosey right now is just a kind of
an endoskeleton,
stationary, almost large scale puppet right now, not motorized at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it will be in the future or if it'll be too heavy, but no matter what, I will make projects like Nosey that work, that move around, that are motorized, that are programmed. That's what the future of this account will look like. And if you stuck this far, you are a true, passionate fan of the account. So now you know this, and you can spread the word. Yeah,
so
guys,
basically what he's saying that this first project of Nosey is just proving that he can build an animatronic. And once this is done and he has made the costumes and everything, he will make another one that is then motorized, that can then actually move on its own. Do we have any other progress reports? I think like usually like the last parts of his video is just like him thanking sponsors and, you know, thanking the followers and so on. I want to go for the next one. I want to see 18 and see what we're on here. Would you like to see what I'm building? Whoa, hold on. What did it say? Would you like to see what I'm building in my garage, my Venmo and bio? And then I've prepared a slideshow. With your support, Nosey gets built. Metal isn't free. Oh, it's raining today. Oh, it's Sog! He got Sog! So we're still in the progress of making the feet. That's what we're currently doing. What happened to the corgi? He's still alive. They're still alive. Aww. So the corgi is okay. You know, that's what matters in the end. I sure hope that they actually stay far away from, because if this leg falls on any of the dogs, though, that could seriously hurt them. Even the spring locks, if like one of the dogs is like sniffing to them and the spring lock is triggered, that could literally hurt one of them. Oh my god. I feel like even though we have been through a lot of progress, right? Progress has been kinda just towards the arms and the lower area of the body. Like, we have only really seen... He's talking about the feet and he's rebuilding the feet, which is like totally fine. But we have seen the feet, the legs, the hips are kinda alright. The arms were amazing, but I feel like it's probably because we started too late, if that makes sense. Like, the arms were already built once he started this progress here. But I believe the last, like, 10 progress updates have just been, like, him showcasing that he has made the thighs. There's no audio here, so he's just like pointing at the different things, like he's not talking. I don't know if there's any reason for that. We can probably, what if we check this out on YouTube, right? Progress report 18. We do have 18, 19 here. So 18 does just have no voiceover, so I believe we could just go for 19 and see what's inside of this.
Hello everybody, and welcome to progress report number 19. Today I've spent a few hours working on the new feet for Nosey. These are the old ones. The new feet, though, are up here. These are just completely different, foot design. Here's what I'm kind of going for with these. But this is the ankle base that the joint there will get welded onto. New pistons will be established all around the piece, and then this is the silhouette of the sole, which will look kind of like that. And there'll be two of them, obviously. 4 cutouts of these, just leave them out like this right now. They'll also splay kind of like this, just to give more surface area, more ground contact. Whereas these just have like an edge, like a single.
Yeah, I see that.
I have to use a square to get this one to stand up, but it's just top heavy. And these new feet will make it last a whole lot longer and just be a much higher quality than the originals are.
Has he put spring locks on the thighs yet?
For those of you who are new to the project, though, this is the arm as I've made it so far. We haven't really talked about the arms in a minute, so I feel like it'd be good to go over them again.
just for those who are new, there are 3 sets of spring locks in each arm towards the elbow, and throughout the base there is a metal endo on the inside, surrounded by the exoskeleton. The spring locks, though, one of them is set off here. I should probably reset that one, but you can set them by pulling up
And then twisting it.
and twisting it in the direction that it locks into, which is like this super hair, like it's really dodgy, but I can set it off if you'd like, if you want to see what that looks like. I figured out how to do it safely, just keep my hand.
Oh!
It's that fast, and kind of blink and you'll miss it.
God, that's gotta hurt a lot.
But, that one back there.
I understand now how Afton feels. I understand how the spring locks
3
actually got him.
of sheet steel or plate steel. The springs are stored in the wrist. They're all linked together via a carabiner, and then the springs come out here in the fingers, like that, and they're all bolted
Is he gonna
in
make the things movable,
to the
like
top
posable?
of the knuckle, like that. These are door springs, like for a screen door. They just
What's
give
the
that
purpose
tension
of the
that
spring
splay
locks?
back from the
Looks
hands.
cool.
The undersides of the hands
Okay.
look like this, articulated, you know, as is, and slightly better view of a set or deployed spring lock. Inside the wrists, and these are identical as well. Next steps, though, going forward, are going to be the reinstallation, or the completion of the new feet and the installation of them there. I'm going to get better springs. These are really just temporary for the insides of the fingers to give them even more like grip strength. It'll make its grip a lot stronger if they're not just these dinky little springs, like if they're actual pneumatics or stronger springs that are tracked. That'll be much better. Get a little bit more force in its hands, and then these feet are they're already so much better than the old ones are. So I'm just very happy with how these are turning out. For this video, I'm going to mount this this arm in my vise real quick, just to show you what that kind of looks like. So if I can set this here, that'd be great. And then I can give you the just the function of the wrist. I'd be able to show you. Okay. So here we have the hands, and then the wrist motion, which is it's a rotation, like horizontal rotation, 130 degrees, 160 degrees, more like 30 with the piston limiting. Piston limiting the range, and then also you have a pitch as well. It's all I'm not trying at all to move this. This is a very heavy piece of steel at the end of this, but it's all being supported with this piston here.
Well, when the piston
which
loses
rotates
its power, it'll just be like limp all the time.
The joint. So it has realistic mobility, like we do on our wrists. Really happy about that.
Yeah.
This is my welder, 140 Lincoln Electric. I recommend you use it. It's fantastic. It's built me this project so far. New spring locks that came in. I keep getting spring locks, guys. I know I have about 66.
But there was the same amount of spring locks you had the last time.
The thighs of each upper leg, and then I'll add some of these throughout the torso of the suit. And these are probably the springs I will add into the base of the fingers, just to give it a little more tension.
Good idea.
Higher grip strength.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Especially when there's 3 in there. They'll be a lot higher. And then also,
oh, he has the monkey.
He
has the monkey right there. He got the Call of Duty monkey.
Be a lot
He
higher.
got the
And
Call
then
of Duty
also,
monkey, everybody.
This will be the framing for some of the suit parts. This deer fencing. It's like a steel fence. But yes, guys, thank you for your support and your interest in watching this video up until this point.
I'm wondering,
into the lives and for
is this
supporting
like the
in general.
final one?
Again,
is this the final
Cash
update?
App and Venmo and whatnot are in.
Because on YouTube, right, all we have is up until 18 and 19. And what we just watched is 19. And then after that, there is like a forced introduction. Do we have... He's basically just welding the feet and showcasing the progress of it. Okay, so what about number 20? Oh, never mind, that was 20. What, 21?
Hello, everybody.
This is progress report number 21. Today I am replacing the Mark 1 feet with the Mark
Oh,
2
they're
feet.
actually ready.
The Mark 2 feet are heavier, sturdier, faster, and spring lock. Here they are.
Of course.
This is where I am with the Mark 2 feet.
Of course
so
they're
far.
spring locked.
Here are the Mark 1 already attached. These will
Of
be
course they
detached.
are.
I won't throw them away, but they will be replaced by a sleeker, just overall better Mark 2. Let me show you how these spring locks kind of work. They are these are dodgy. These ones are very fragile compared to the others.
How fragile are we
just have to sit
talking?
in this position. But these will deploy when the toes need to be lined up. I'm going to keep. Yeah, it's very. I don't want to hit. Okay. Same deal with these. Oh, okay.
Oh, that was both.
But yeah. Same deal with these. Oh, okay.
So we only triggered one of them, but that triggered both.
But yeah. I don't want to hit. Okay. Same deal with these.
Just the sheer movement.
But yeah. That's how they work.
Spring lock
Those
test,
piston,
oh my God.
those metal bits will go into the toes, the backs of the toes, and then restrict a flex if they're deployed. And if they're not deployed, if they're pulled back, they the toes can move freely like that. I have alleviated some pressure on the ankles, which have moved the legs into more of an upright stance, and I have seated Nosey on a temporary bench. This is a table saw that I've converted into a temporary welding table. But I've worked for about, I think, 7 hours today to make the progress on these new feet. These are just the soles. The toes will probably come to about here. They're not going to be as long as the current ones.
But there's still going to be like articulation in them.
Upon popular request, there will be 3 toes on the Mark 2 feet. And instead of the classic 2,
Yeah.
it'll just increase the stability and look more rabbit-esque than kind of a hoof double toe. But we made a lot of progress today. We installed many new plates onto the feet.
Oh, watch out
which
with the
have
spring
built
locks.
the total would. I should probably not have that ready to go.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Gotta be careful.
The total weight is around 11 pounds per foot, which is much better than the 6 pound current.
Oh,
So
yeah.
more than double, or sorry, just under double. It's late. Just add that extra stability needed to balance a fast boy like Nosey. It's not really a boy though. It seems more like an it to me, just based off of like how we refer to robots now. We'll see. Maybe I'll let Nosey decide. It is 2025.
Yeah, once they're conscious.
But yeah, guys, that's what I was able to do today. Tomorrow will be a similar day as far as what I'm going to be working on. I'm going to work on just developing some soles for Nosey on each foot. Like ours, we have an arch, and we have an area that's not arched.
Yeah, you're right.
Nosey will have the same. Nosey will have a contact point on the outsides and a non-contact point on the insides to just ensure stability across the foot and keep the pressure in contact on the outsides of the foot instead of on the inside, so the ankles don't roll, as these ankles will be able to pitch as well as rotate, whereas the current ones can only pitch. So these are just around the board better. Also, they kind of have a little pogo stick action there. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching all the way through.
I kind of want to know, like, how many spring locks do we have on this entire suit so far? With 4 on the feet, several on the hands, on the thighs, on the legs. Like, this animatronic is just gonna be pure spring locks once it's done. Nosey's... Oh, this is Nosey's feet, so this is just like an update on the feet itself. Oh, and even the toes. We have, like, the toes working on the lower right side, it seems like. So we have the toes working on the top and the lower right side. Wait, I think that might actually be it. Is that actually it? Hotline Miami. Oh, wait, we do actually have, oh, we still got a couple, we got a lot of progress reports to actually go through. So this was some Hotline Miami. This is Hotline Miami art by Carl. So this is unrelated. This is unrelated to Nosey. And this is also, that's cool. Whoa, we can actually play piano? And people are just like, update on the animatronic, update on the animatronic.
Hello everyone, this is progress report number 22. As you can see, I've put Nosey into the fully upright position, or standing position. I'll be measuring the legs on camera if you stick around for just one moment. But first, quickly, I would like to show you the progress that I've made on the new Mark II feet.
Yeah, there was with the toes.
Replacing the current Mark I. These are spring lock and hollow, yet they are almost twice as heavy, where these weigh in at 10 pounds, this weighs in at 19 each. So, these are what the toes look like and function like when the spring locks are operated. There is no give or rotation in the toe joint.
So this is when they're standing, and if they're supposed to be crouching
or wound, the toe.
Yeah, if they want to crouch down, yeah.
But when you activate them, the spring locks will launch into these are half-inch diameter stainless tubes. I can do that for you here. This one's
very finicky.
Just like that. And you have a fully stable locked toe. Right now, though, I want to show you how the legs look from the back, because I feel like you don't really have that point of reference in a lot of the other videos. But I'll also give you a number.
God, this looks so great so far.
One hand on the measure. Let's do this. Bear with me. Let's see. So Nosey
about 60
standing
centimeters.
is coming in
almost 60. Oh,
exactly 410, which is the leg height, and the thighs will be a couple inches taller. There.
Almost 60 centimeters.
That is just for y'all to have something to think about. This is kind of where he comes to me. I'm holding you at almost shoulder level. Here is an order of spring locks that came in this afternoon.
He keeps ordering spring locks. I feel like he must have a fetish for spring locks at this point. Like, we have seen the same box of spring locks over and over again, but he's like, oh, I got some spring locks. I got more spring locks, guys. I got all the spring locks.
Here, a second. Oh, okay, this one.
I think Benjamin knows exactly what he's doing. He's playing the game and he's winning it.
Be installed into the upper thigh and throughout some parts of the torso. Yes, this is not a spring lock suit, but it is.
This is not a spring lock suit, but all he has done throughout the 22 updates is being like, oh, we made a thigh, but there's gonna be spring locks. Oh, we made the feet, there's gonna be spring lock. Oh, we made the legs, there's gonna be spring locks. Oh, we made the arms, and we added like a couple of spring locks just for like, you know, dazzle, just for like a little bit of you know, aesthetics.
It does have spring locks, kind of acting as a nod to a certain franchise.
He's trolling at this point. I do agree. He's actually just trolling us.
I'm blanking on the name though. If you guys in the comments can remind me. But yeah, guys, this is Nosey, upright, box of spring locks. The feet will have a kind of toe cap, I guess. They will have 3 toes because right now Nosey technically
only has 1 toe.
Foot, but they will be made in a way to kind of imitate cutting out 3 toes. So 1 toe functionally, 3 toes aesthetically or decoratively. Here are the schematics for the new feet that I'm making. I may or may not install a heel support onto the foot. You can see it, these old drawings of Nosey. I had the original foot or something similar to the original foot, but that look will be changing
very soon to something I think is honestly better. These are just a little bit cleaner. These are very bulky and made of thin metal, and this metal is 18-inch thick.
There are like things moving. Do you guys hear that? Like in the background, there's like, you know, things are moving and shifting, and it's like we can hear things happening. Yeah, so the music just kind of glitches at the end, and it's like the volume is way too high, so we can't really understand what he's saying. So this was progress report, what, number 22?
Hello everybody, this is progress report number 23. If you are seeing this, I am no longer here. I have moved to Florida along with Nosey. We've moved across the country, and we're currently setting up our new shop down there.
When he said, I'm not here anymore, it sounded like, oh, something bad happened to him.
But today, though, I've finalized everything I wanted to get done with the ankles for the Mark II feet. They have been permanently attached, welded onto the base of the shin.
Oh, we actually did it.
As well as we've just, you know, cut some extra length off the top of the thighs just to even them out and just standardize the length across both of them. So now they're the exact same weight each. I did want to kind of go over a little bit of a little bit of ankle movement because we've upgraded the feet and ankles obviously from the old Mark I feet, which aren't going anywhere. Obviously, they're not attached to anything, but I'm not giving them away or throwing them away. Maybe I'll give them away eventually, but I like them right now. They have all the old hydraulics and just pistons still attached. They look really cool. These look better. Those could only pitch, right? But these can pitch.
And what?
As well as, hold on 1 second.
Oh, because you can remove the toe.
Right? So you can hit more stances. It can adapt to terrain better. It can, you know, just function a little bit more practically than had it not had the kind of dual rotation on the ankles.
Yep. This is how humanity ends. This is how humanity dies, guys.
The spring locks into the upper thighs. Building out the upper thighs and into the pelvis region, which will be the foundation for the torso. We build the torso, 2 pieces, attach the upper arms to the lower arms, attach those to the shoulders, build the head, build the suit, right? That's a long timeline. It will get done, but that's kind of the order we're going to be going in. And then figuring out the movement, the pneumatics, installation of all those pistons and whatnot will come after. The range of motion for the new like Mark II spring lock feet is fantastic. Really, it's really nice. Get these undeployed real quick. There. It's always kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of horrifying when you have to like, ugh.
Okay, those are fine. Those aren't going to do anything. Let's move the foot a little bit.
Oh,
just very heavy. This is about 75 pounds. This piece of equipment, really. If we drop the leg, it can
it goes
onto
all
itself
the way.
very intensely, which is really cool.
But how is it gonna
for
stand
crouch
up? Like, you need
this obviously can drop the ankle steeper if it needs to. There's the
so it can sprint.
dual
It can like
rotation
go
there.
down into a sprint and then
So now
just
it can
bolt
collapse
away.
and fold, as well as behave regularly, just as the old feet did. But yeah, they're just very heavy, which makes
Maneuvering it
and
hard,
working
yeah.
on them a little finicky sometimes. It makes attaching brand new feet to already very heavy legs kind of difficult. But yeah, guys, this is the last progress report that you'll be seeing from this location. Nostalgic, quite.
The monkey and the clown, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, guys. These are the new these are the new feet. This is the hands, which will get a little bit of a rework for their top knuckle, or their bottom knuckle, excuse me. Yeah, guys, this is the end of this series of videos, and you will get a new setting soon. I'm going to be working on them throughout college as well.
But that just means basically he talked about being in Canada, right? When he's moving to United States, that means that basically the entire like, you know, Canada, United States, Mexico, none of you guys are safe for when this animatronic is actually built. It seems like, you know, usually when he's like, thank you all for watching, at the end it's just like, you know, news about the Discord server and Venmo and people donating and so on. I want to actually see the progress report, so we're gonna go on to like 24.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Movie Night. Movie Night with CITRA and Nosey. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just play a little VHS, and yeah, I feel like it's a good idea to just let Nosey in on some of its inspiration, some of my inspiration.
But they have no head. They have no head.
Right here, and yeah, I'll let that.
Why is it kind of
tape
like?
play, this tape?
Why is the animatronic kind of like?
As quiet as I can. I don't want to interrupt the film for Nosey. No one likes a talker during the movie, but we'll get this thing rolling, and let me get the light. Just make it a little more cinematic. There we go.
Okay, I see what you mean now when you guys say thick. Like, the entire chat have just been spamming thick the entire time. But I do know, I know what you guys are talking about. I know.
See if it works. And if it works, there we go.
So, you're just watching Walton files to, like, oh. But, again,
I'll
no.
talk a little bit, just to keep it entertaining. But this is where I am with the Nosey project. Nosey did move down to Florida with me. We're both officially Floridians as well as Mainers. Not much has changed since the last update that you guys have seen. I did record the most recent progress report ahead of time to release it later.
Oh, great,
so you guys are completely up to date now with the way the ankles work and the feet are, how the feet kind of operate. Pretty sure you guys are familiar with that. If you're not, go check out the progress report playlist that I've been making. I really didn't think I'd be talking in this video, but just imagining like how awkward it would be if it was just silent.
So I think we're just gonna go on to like the next one, because this one is basically just showcasing that they're watching Walton files, they're having a good time. This is not really like a progress update, right? I would say this is what we like call a filler episode. So if they already pre-recorded it, let's go on for the next episode. It's actually so talented that he can, like, you know, actually play piano.
Hello everybody.
Ah, there's the little guy.
Progress report number 24.
This is 11 minutes, 12 minutes long. He's like better at yapping than I am.
This is Winnie.
What was their
She's
name
out
again?
with me today, and this is Winnie.
Winnie? I like Winnie.
She's out with me today. And this is the new setup for the garage temporary workshop. Right now we're using my motorcycle as a light.
Oh, that's smart.
But yeah, let's walk through what I've done since the last progress report, which, you know, it's a substantial step towards the completion of this project. It's the foundation for the hips, which, as we all know, is usually where the, you know, torso kind of starts from, base of the spine. And that's what this is, this unit here. I'll show you first the sketch of what I'm making now, which is this is the kind of silhouette of the legs.
Yeah, so it can rotate around.
Ignore this, but this is where, this is what I'm making now. And here we have the beginnings of this, but this is from
why
the
is it a box? That's what I don't understand.
So if we kind of do this, we can see kind of how this is being made. So we've started from this unit here with the two twisting joints on the sides, which will be the foundations for for a lateral rotation of the hips. So kind of how we do this, you know, that's what those will be in charge of. And then from these anchor points, which this is 4 inches across, so that means there's going to be a 4-inch gap in between Nosey's legs. Don't ignore that.
So they're gonna have a thigh gap.
These will be in charge of rotating the legs from the top. I'm going to connect them here, and they're going to rotate on a horizontal and lateral axis. And to do this, I've prepped these joints, which will come out kind of like this from the project, and then they give this swing.
Yeah.
Rotation
So they can
this
both
way.
go up and down,
Right, so you
but
can
also
imagine when
still,
this is mounted onto a bar that comes off of this, this will be able to rotate like that, giving it the full realistic 360 degrees of rotation that we humans have. So just trying to better replicate, just kind of mimic the human anatomy a little bit, is how I'm approaching the construction of the thighs. And believe me, I'm aware how long it took to get to this point. This takes a lot of just trial and error and just mental preparation to make a piece like that. I think I won't need to remake it. It's made out of the same material as the new Mark II feet are. The spring locks in the feet are actually deployed now, so this can stand more sturdy. Previous videos I've retracted and set them. I'll do it again for y'all's entertainment. At my risk, but shit. Okay, those are getting looser, these are getting tighter. I'm not sure what's up with that. I think it's kind of cool that they're doing their own thing and being independent, but it is a little startling. As far as completing the legs, or getting closer to the completion of the legs, I'm going to need to take these two off, realign them, because they're a tiny bit out of kilter with the other supporting bars. So I like these better. They're 90 degrees parallel to the rings, where these are a little under. They're kind of slanted downwards. Not a huge deal. It's kind of a picky little thing I'm doing, but I want this to be perfect. I don't want to remake it again. So yeah, I'm taking some extra steps to ensure quality over speed. So, well, yeah, welcome to my account. We are not a fast account. We're not uploading regularly yet. I will be in college. Stay tuned. This is most likely the last progress report you will see. You will see another one soon from this location, but I don't believe I'll post it while I'm in Florida. I will post it when I get to Boston, so you guys can have that transitional piece while I'm getting set up there. I still need to rent a studio.
So he's like moving.
Nosey up in the studio,
He's
get my old
moving
stuff,
around.
my old
Why is he
setup in
moving
the
around
previous
so
videos
much?
into that new studio, and then from there I will be able to stream, do regular progress reports, hopefully weekly updates for you guys, working on it in between classes. Obviously I'm commuting to my apartment instead of walking down the hall to my garage, but this is as good as we can get now. And in Florida today we were working in 94, 95 degree temperatures.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Suboptimal for welding. I was actually kind of frustrated all day because I was so hot, but I feel better now, where it's a crisp 80 degrees without the sun. The sun goes down and the
Florida is
mosquitoes come up,
super
so
hot.
we're
I've
dealing
been
with
there a
those,
couple
but
of times before.
I prefer it over just sweating buckets. But yeah, guys, you can probably hear it in my voice. There might be a tonal shift in this video compared to the last, because in the previous videos I was actually super pissed off. No, I'm actually very happy with the hips, because I feel like we're getting to a point where we can just generate pieces that work. I feel like we've improved as this project has kind of grown, and that's not that. All that is to me is encouragement to continue this project to completion, to many of your chagrin. This project will be completed, period. You can hold me to that, and I will hopefully keep you as updated
going around the table.
as you have been throughout that entire process. Here's some of the stuff that got brought back from
Canada, right?
from the main studio. There's the 140 welder. I've been recommending to people asking me if you're interested in starting this process. This is the
If you
welder
want to
I'm
make your
using.
own
It's a
animatronic,
Welding
just get
electric
that.
welder. It's the only welder I've ever used. I'm gonna have it until it breaks, but it has not let me down. It's done this much. If anybody in the comments has recommendations for rust removal that, you know, transcends scraping it off, like maybe with chemicals or acids and bases, just to
you would
soak
probably
Nosey
need
in an
that,
acid bath, hopefully, and get all that rust off, repaint it with Rust-Oleum, seal it. That's the end goal, just to protect Nosey, make sure Nosey lasts forever, permanent.
Forever?
It'll be satisfying for me to know Nosey's not going anywhere, even if Nosey is, you know, on its own for a couple weeks or a couple months or whatever.
A couple of years, maybe.
It won't be damaged by the rain, water, anything, fire, bullets, nothing. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching to this point of the video. I feel like I should add milestones. If you've come here so far into a relatively long,
so no one can stop Nosey. Nothing can stop Nosey.
Your support means everything.
I think we need a nuke. I think we need a nuke, honestly. An RPG. Will an RPG even be enough?
Stick with this project maybe more than I would have had I just been doing this on my own, at my own pace. But yeah, this is it's a fantastic amount of progress you made today. Hopefully tomorrow, I'm making this video on the, what is today? I believe it's the 17th today. So on the 18th. So on the 18th, I will be able to complete the rest of the, whatever it is, the hips, the pelvic region is kind of how I'm calling it, because it's a combination of, you know, both of the, I'm not going to get into human anatomy, but the unit itself will act as a base for the spine.
Absolute perfect height.
Nosey. And Nosey will have full, flexible, realistic rotation in the thighs, because we have, you know, ball and socket joints in our thighs, and I can't really do that in metal, but we can do a joint stack of rotations and swivels to replicate that range of motion. And yeah, guys, this is where we're at right now. We have Nosey standing 4 inches taller than it was when it had the Mark 1 feet. So now that 10'2" estimate height has gone up to 10'6". Make sure you let everyone know Nosey is now 10'6", or will be. Right now Nosey's around 4 foot 11, almost hitting 5 feet.
So they're almost taller than me. I'm 5'10", I believe. I'm about 5'10". So once you put the pelvis on and once you put the waist on, oh!
And my account might turn into a dog, and I haven't even posted one video. So I appreciate that from you guys more than you'd know. But I'll tell you, I'm very appreciative, and leave it there. Isn't Winnie cute? Aren't you cute, Winnie?
Aww.
Hey, Winnie. Hi.
I like Winnie.
All right, my account might turn into a dog account. I really do love this little fox.
Aww, Winnie's.
She's eating. Okay, hopefully that's not metal or part of Nosey.
She almost looks like Goober. Almost. That's
yeah, guys,
adorable.
Thank you so much for your support.
This is insane. I want to go for the next progress report. 25. I believe we have like 1 or 2 more.
10 well, I guess welcome to progress report number 25.
All right.
25.
All right.
Thank you so much for getting us here. Today I'm going to show you what I've built, and that is the hips. I've built.
Wouldn't it be funny if you put the arms on the hips as well?
That's what I worked on today. It's also in the last progress report, I began that process. I will show you here. This is where I'm at with the pelvic region. I have not attached it yet to the thighs because I am packing Nosey to ship it to Massachusetts now.
Oh, that's gonna be expensive.
Here we come, any Massachusetts, massholes. That's where I'm going next. That's where I will be working on Nosey, and that's where I'll be going to college. But let me walk you through. Everything else is pretty much the same as it has been. I brought the arms out. I'll show you this before. The arms have come in from the living room, from the movie night video, which was pretty fun. Did very well. You should check it out if you haven't seen it yet. But I brought the arms in off the couch. The legs have been in since yesterday. I guess that would have been 2 days ago. Yikes. But these here, this is what it'll look like, right? So we have hips, you got it, visualize, yes. Okay, I'm gonna pull them off for now. They are very heavy, which is good. I'm glad they're heavy. It'll be a great base for the torso. These swivel like this, these swivel like this.
Oh my
and
God.
these swivel
You're giving that
like
animatronic
this.
way too much mobility.
just like, it's kind of like bike pedals if you want to think about it that way. This gives us that the ability to look like we're running or walking. One moves this way, one moves this way,
And then
vice
the other
versa.
way.
This happen at the same time. It's kind of difficult for me to do it with one hand. But when it is standing, that's how the hips will be situated, with the legs dropping off from the base of these swivels. That means the leg will be able to kick outwards like this.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
that. I am welding in swim trunks today. Please don't do this. I know what I'm doing, but I still burn myself. It's not a good look when you're, running around because there's sparks in your pants and you have swim trunks on. It's just not. It's like a double whammy. So don't do what I do, but it is very hot. It's in the 90s. It was 94 degrees when I was welding today. And I did it, but it was tough. I'm ready to go to Boston. It's a little colder there. But yeah, guys, here's a look at the hands and my welding helmet that I use. I'll put that here for now. But here we have fingers, finger movement, finger range, and they are all identical, except the lengths are a little bit varied between them. Middle finger is the longest, pointer second longest, and pinky third. They are held in with this hardware here, the spring linkages on the top knuckle. This bolt is removable, as you can see, to switch the springs out, make them stronger, make them less strong, whatever you want. Make them stronger, of course. And the fingertips. Blunt, but looking cool. Just a similar vibe, we want this angular look across nosey, so we have it in the knees, just throughout. Obviously in the hips, we have a very angular look.
Like
for the
PVC,
pelvic
the plastic.
region, this is inspired heavily by, the human pelvic bone. I did take some creative liberties with the way it kind of looks. It's a little over-engineered. Still functional, obviously, but did not need to be this complicated, I'm realizing. I'm gonna have plenty of leftover, well, not leftover, but hinges and swivels I'm going to use down the line working on this project. Our friends,
They made
They
it.
just showed up. Yeah, I need to probably look into that, but we have them here now. I thought I left them in Maine. And our bike is our, very sweet but temporary source of, illumination.
Light, yeah.
We'll still continue working on the upper thighs once we mount them. These are 1/4-inch holes, and I've drilled the corresponding 1/4-inch holes into this plate steel here, which we also did today. I haven't talked about that yet. So let's bring the legs up to a standing upright position. This will give the video some good variation to it. So that they balance. The legs balance themselves surprisingly well. Let's bring out the full, fully standing for your viewing pleasure. And I'll do the second one.
How they spring up is so fast.
But yeah, guys,
They could just stand.
those
How
are the
d-
legs
How did, like,
They
the
are-
feet, like,
right here.
there is nothing holding the foot onto the base. So how is it balancing so well? Because in the last, like the MK1 version, you had pistons on the feet, basically making sure it was standing upright. But right now, pistons are only in the legs and the hips itself. The foot is just like, it's just there and it's just standing on them.
I can prove I'm holding my arm perfectly outright. But I welded these linkages across on either side. Very strong quality welds, mind you, that ensure that this won't warp inward when the entire weight of the torso and head, shoulders, and arms are effectively on them. So having just that 90-degree angle, as well as the linkages that'll drop down into the thigh once I keep working on them in Boston. I keep saying this, I don't need to know I'm moving. It shouldn't be no surprise when it happens, or when there's a little bit of a break. I'm literally flying out this Friday, this upcoming Friday, at the time of posting, obviously. So those will be mounted there. This unit sitting on top, you can kind of visualize that. I don't think I can pick it up with just, I mean, yes, I just don't want to drop, I don't want to drop the project right now.
Why do I get the feeling that this is
Because
kind
it's
of
loud,
like
you know, I don't want to wake the
performative?
neighbors up.
I have like a feeling like
I've been grounding
the
my
further
table
we
with
get
this here
into
too.
this, the more
Yeah, guys,
it feels
this
like
is where we're
some
at
of
now.
it
We
is
have
kind of fake.
The legs fully upright, these new cross beams, unwarpable, undamageable, and you know, very sturdy and strong for the entire weight of the rest of the project. But these are the hips. I think they look really, really nice. Here's a front-on view of the hips. I'll add more decoration to just, you know, make it look more like hips or a pelvic bone, and then also it'll be a great root for the pistons and whatnot that need to be rooted onto it. This will be piston mounting on top of there, and the wiring will feed down through. That's why I made it hollow. But yeah, guys,
Yeah, or social experiment.
we have that fast, snappy rotation that we're looking for in these joints. We want that smooth rotations there, and then here as well. We have rotations there, here. This one's still a little warm. I've been working on it recently. Just like that, guys. And there's the arms and whatnot. But this is report number 25. We've made it here. I feel like I've delivered on the quality throughout. I hope. Let me know if I'm wrong. Yeah, Nosey does have a serial number on the back side of the hips. This is the back.
$7.99.
Let's say this. We have a more accurate look, but it is dash 799 on the back.
What's the
so
reason
remember
for
that.
What's the
For lore purposes, obviously.
remember that? Yeah. When,
And I'll probably
when
add
like,
these
when
on
they're,
either
like,
side
running
of
you
the
down.
ankle. These systems, just like this hardware piece, and we'll put it on either side of the ankle to secure the feet from rotating now, because they don't need to, because the hips do. The whole leg does, which is more accurate. But having those linkages will make the legs look really neat as well. Those shiny pieces, and those will be spread out on each joint. But yeah, guys, I'm going to end it here. I hope you all have enjoyed the video. I have enjoyed making it, and I will see you soon from Boston while I'm in college. And that
You
seems
know,
like
the reason why I feel like this is kind of a little bit performative or fake or staged or some way is because when he started making this, it sounded like he had no experience doing what he's doing. Like, he kind of just learned as he was making the animatronic. And then he's like, oh, some of the inspiration he takes is from like, what is it? Five Nights at Freddy's. But then all the music he's playing in the background is like the typical music you would see in like any kind of like Freddy Fazbear's Walden Files kind of like analog horror. So I have the kind of feeling that maybe he's playing us. Maybe he knows more than he's letting on, and he's just uploading these videos seeming like he doesn't really know anything, that he's like, oh, you know, I'm just learning as I'm going, we're just building this animatronic, having fun, but deep below, he actually knows exactly what he's doing. Yeah, and chat is saying, or it's just a social experiment. Like, it could just be a social experiment, or I kind of thought about, what if this is marketing for the new FNAF movie? But then mentioning Walden Files and showing the tape for Walden Files would make absolutely no sense, because as far as I remember, there have been more mentionings of Walden Files than Five Nights at Freddy's. So if this was like a big marketing stunt for Walden Files, then it would totally make sense. No, it can't be marketing. If they mentioned Five Nights at Freddy's more, then it would have been a great, amazing marketing stunt. But I feel like it's giving social experiment, how we start with the arms already built, and how, like, we've been here for like 2 hours, right? All of these progress updates, like, if they were significant, could have been like maybe an hour in total. Like, a lot of the times are focused on the thighs, and now, like 20 progress reports in, we're suddenly working on the pelvis area and the hips itself. So that's why I'm kind of thinking that he's playing the system. Like, some of this isn't real. Like, he's playing into this entire persona of, oh, I'm just a guy building an animatronic, and you know, sometime at some point it's gonna break free, some point it's gonna like escape, when he's talking about, oh, it's gonna be bulletproof, it's gonna be fireproof, you can't kill it, it's gonna be a runner, it's gonna run, I'm gonna make sure that they can crouch down, like all of the things he's saying kinda makes it sound calculated. In like one way or another. Chat is like, it's not that deep, Unk. I kind of feel like it's giving a little bit of social experiment or manipulation. Tiny bit, okay? That's just my opinion. Honestly, I know you guys like don't vibe with my opinion sometime, but that's my opinion. Pi Day. What do you mean by Pi Day? Oh, run rabbit. Right. Why is DoorDash? I personally was always a fan of Nosey. Why is DoorDash here? This one just seems like it's a rabbit sighting. Like, we're just looking at... Oh, we're looking at... We're going back. We're going back. This is more than just rabbits. There's more to this. This is around campus. I like that the chat is like, Citra, are you actually gonna release Nosey when you're done with it? This is kind of like a teaser for like what's to come. Nosey echolocation study. So you're taking inspiration from bats, a drone. So when people make a noise, Nosey is supposed to like recognize it, and then they can act on it. We have the final video, the final progress update here, 2 days ago.
26. Maybe you can see, something's changed. Maybe not, but as of this progress report, we have installed the hips, at least the foundations of them. So Nosey's hips will be a combination of 3 joints per side on top of each leg. So you have a swivel, as gone over in the last progress.
But that's
report.
also a weak spot.
Like,
rocker, look at how
rotator,
thin that entire section is.
So you can see how those will rotate just based on the placement of the joints. But it also allows the base of the spine, which is mounted now, to pitch and rock on its own, which is really cool.
So that's where you will build the rest of the torso from that pelvis?
You can show the full collapse of the new Mark II.
You guys see the mannequin? There was a mannequin in the background.
Very steep and like kind of a almost aggressive angle, but it just allows for a lot of posability and a lot of flexibility when it comes to motion, movement, that kind of stuff. Right now, we're just building out the frames for the legs. There's no electronics, wires, anything like that. Hydraulics installed yet. That'll all come down the line when I decide to install the hydraulics. I need to suspend Nosey first and see where it's all settling before I can install that. So we'll just get a pulley system and string them up. But that'll happen in Boston. This is one of 2 or 3 progress reports you will see from this location. I'm treating this weekend as an intense Nosey work time, and hopefully I have something to show for it for you guys to see. But I just got done welding. I've welded these new plate extenders over the rotating joint on the top. They're still a little bit
that's
warm,
gonna be a weak spot.
but what it does is it takes this piece of metal and extends it a little bit more than it was.
There's gonna be a lot of weak spots on this animatronic.
Of the of this joint, because there's a weld on the inside of the joint, a weld on the outside, and then a strip on top. So this is not going anywhere. And we mounted the legs to the hips with these bolts. So the legs are detachable if you have you know, a wrench, 2 wrenches, and some time, you can undo the legs to transport Nosey in pieces. It's much more lightweight if you do it that way instead of, you know, all at once. You could also just have Nosey, you know, walk itself wherever it needs to go. But if you needed to transport for whatever reason, just attach the pieces. It'll be a similar system on the these shoulders, which aren't built yet. But once I build the shoulders out, the upper arms will attach in a similar way. Oh, but yeah, guys, back in Florida. I got here this morning and I'm welding a Nosey tonight. But this weekend, definitely stay tuned for drastic progress, hopefully. If not, drastic progress to come. But you will see changes this weekend regardless. Moving forward, just to give you guys a little insight, once I'm done working here, once I go back to college, I will be sending Nosey up after me, where I will be working on Nosey throughout my college year, with the intention to complete at least the physical build by the end of the year. If not, you know, whatever. I'll finish in the summer, finish it next year, but I will finish Nosey. Nosey will be completed no matter what. So hold me to that, why don't you? This is my stool I use. If anyone wants a good stool to use in their welding projects, don't use that. It's not a good stool. I keep falling off of it because the wheels are all tilty. But yeah, guys, this is Nosey right now. These obviously, like, it's supporting its own weight, it's balanced, but I can secure those with pistons, and you can program those pistons if you get some old school showbiz pneumatics or some smaller Chucky pneumatics. It's really not that hard, but that'll all come after I finish the frame of the legs, the arms, the body, get the wiring sorted out, get the speaker installed, get the voice box implemented into the chest.
Like he's playing,
probably
he's
finish the
playing
face, honestly,
so
and then,
well.
like, finally begin the installation of the pneumatics and hydraulics, and then the fur outer layer, which will look really cool too, like a long brownish yellow rabbit fur for Nosey, because Nosey needs skin. Nosey will not be cold. But yeah, guys, that's where we're at tonight. I'm gonna keep it relatively short. The last 2 progress reports were a little bit long. I don't think all of you watched all the way through, so let's keep it at like around the 5 minute mark.
This is why I believe it's kind of performative.
But
because of
yeah,
like
guys,
the
if you've made it
music
this far, I really appreciate that, and you know, I'm obviously flattered, and I'm grateful you are appreciating this process as much as I am. I'm having a great time doing this. So stay tuned for more, and if you're interested in the progress reports and the content that Nosey's generating, be sure to check out my YouTube. It's in my link,
which we're gonna do in just a minute, because they do have another video in there.
After the series that I post this weekend will be uploaded onto YouTube about 4 to 7 days early. So you have an early access if you are on the YouTube. So
okay,
you might as well just subscribe there for your own benefit. That is, if you enjoy seeing this. If you don't want to see it ever again, skip that part. But this is Nosey as of tonight. I'm very happy with the progress we made, and yeah, guys, more to come, much more to come. And it is late. If anyone is seeing this tonight, I hope you all have a great night, wonderful dreams, and happy sleep. And I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.
I feel like this is super interesting. Like, first of all, guys, check out CITRA. The fact that they have gotten like so much progress since like June, like it's been like 3 months. They finished the arms, the legs, the thighs. They're working on the pelvis right now. And even like with college and moving locations, they have made incredible progress. The reason why I thought before that it's like, what is it, performative or like social experiment or like how it's planned, is because of how he's talking about the animatronic. Like, in the comments or in the replies, he's like, oh, it's just gonna be like a giant figure, it's just gonna be poseable. But then he's talking about a voice box. Then he's talking about, you know, implementing different things. And he's talking about, oh, it can run, it can jump, it can move, and it can do different things. Which is why it's kind of like he's contradicting himself. Is it a giant prop, or are we talking about an animatronic that is actually going to be movable? But then in other parts, he's like, oh, in the future, like once I'm done with Nosey, I'm gonna make another endoskeleton that's then gonna be able to move on its own. So I feel like, I don't know if he's just like saying shit in order to say shit, because I do that sometimes. I yap for the sake of just yapping. So that could be the case. But otherwise, I feel like it's a little bit all over the place. I feel like also there's a lot of filler. We start off with the arms. The arms is basically already pre-built when we start off this series here. And then again, we use 20 episodes on the thighs. We have the arms, we go to the legs, then we start working on the thighs. And then from progress report 11 to 20, like for 15 episodes, for 15 progress reports, we're only focused on the thighs and like minor adjustments, which is, it's fine, but I feel like it becomes like a little bit too much when it's just like repetitive, the same over and over again. But with that said, I'm gonna be sure to link, what is it, Benjamin? CITRA? I'm gonna link CITRA in the description below so you guys can check this out for yourself. And do let me know in the future when there is a progress update. When we have a significant amount of progress updates, then in the future, I would love to check this out one more time and see how the progress is actually evolving. But before we end this, I did check the YouTube channel. All of the progress reports we have seen are already up on TikTok. But one we haven't seen is Nosey Forest Introduction number 1. So we're gonna check that out right now. And then again in the future, you guys let me know when there's new progress updates to actually check out. So is this just welding? Yeah, all he's doing in this episode is just welding. I don't really feel like it's necessary to watch this because all we're seeing is just like him welding different spots on the animatronic itself. I was looking in the comments to see if there was like, any mentions of anything happening, if there's like a time code, if there's anything. But if this is just like welding and no progress update itself, I don't really feel like it's necessary to see it. That is actually impressive. Like how much it can actually, how articulative it is, like how much it can move. And we still haven't painted the PVC. The PVC is still just white. What could also be kind of funny is, what if this was just an ARG, right? What if there's like more to it and there's like hidden secrets all over the place? That would actually be so cool. But guys, that was the CITRA Nosey animatronic rabbit hole. Hello everybody. This is the official account documenting the creation of Nosey, a 10'2". Didn't they say 10'6"? A 10'6" anthropomorphic robot metal rabbit. So, guys, holy moly. We've been here for like 2.5 hours, and this was definitely a rabbit hole to go down. What about this study here? Should we check out this study? It seems like this is just scribbles. This is just, oh, we did actually see this. This was the echolocation one. This rat, or this, yeah, this was the echolocation that we actually saw on TikTok. So, guys, check out CITRA. I'm gonna be sure to like link all of this in the description below so you guys can check it out. Check out CITRA on TikTok. Check out CITRA on YouTube, and let me know whenever there's a new progress update. Once we have gotten like a significant amount of progress updates, we can tune back in and see what happens and see like the progression of Nosey and see if they actually do get their hips, their toes, torso, and head, and so on. I don't believe it. If we're lucky enough and he actually locks in, we may be able to get this before 2026. But as he mentioned, we could potentially get this by the summer of 2026. So it may take some time before we revisit this, but do let me know whenever there is, again, a significant update. If there's like a longer update, or if they get their torso, if they get their shoulders, if their arms are attached, if they get their head, let me know so we can check this out. So before I end it, Check out Benjamin _ Putrek, I believe, and the same on YouTube, on both TikTok and YouTube, and support the original creator. Thank you all for watching. Do me a favor, leave a like, subscribe. Let me know your theories in the comments below and what you think about this animatronic so far. And with that said, I will head out.